Let me get my drink. I'm so happy you guys. You guys came through.
Of course.
Thank you.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I am Danny Renee, and I'm chilling here with these beautiful black melanated queens sitting next to me. This is Amber. That is, y'all know, Dominique.
Hey!
And we're about to get into some great topics, but before we do, I would like for you guys to introduce yourselves.
Should I go first?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm Amber. You guys remember me from a previous video that I did with Danny. I work in fashion PR, and I'm excited to talk about Black love today.
Yeah.
And I'm Dominique McCoy, so you guys know me from The Unknown, me and Danny's channel. And, I'm just here to give my, to give my intake, I guess, on Black love today.
Yes. So Black love is a great topic, and it's funny because we were just saying, I was like, let me turn on the camera, because when you go on Google and you Google Black love, there is nothing that comes up.
Yeah, it was really hard the other day, like I was telling you guys, it was really hard trying to find information on Black love. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, on the search engine, Black love, Black young love, like young Black love.
It's nobody out there talking about it.
Yeah, and so the only thing that came up was the Love Is show. I was like, yeah, this is not what I was getting at.
Yeah,
or it was like 7 ways to, enhance a relationship, like general topics, but not real, like specific dive in. So I literally had to break down Black love, you know what I mean? And try to figure it out for myself.
Well, with that said, then since there is we really can't find anything, how would y'all define Black love? Like, Amber, how would you define, what is Black love to you?
Black love, to me, I would say it's just it's strength. It's understanding each other's cultural, your background, where you're from. It's just somebody that you instantly connect with, and you understand each other. You have each other's back. You know the struggle of growing up Black and what that means. Having as far as support for each other. But I don't know. I haven't seen examples in my real life of strong Black love. My mom was a single Black mother. She dated men, and it was they necessarily weren't the greatest men. So I haven't seen successful Black relationships up closely. Okay. So it's hard for me to really give a set definition.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
To piggyback, I feel like Black love is complex, but at the same time, it's very when I think of it as unity, strength, connection. Just strength, because there's so many things that I guess go into honing a relationship or keeping up a relationship, where you have to compromise, or you have to take sacrifices, and it's just in order to be strong, you have to take some losses. You know what I'm saying? And I am fortunate enough to have examples of Black love in my life. I come from a 2-parent household, and that's not to say that 2-parent households, both parents love each other, because I definitely know of instances where both parents are in the house and they're in the house for the sake of the children, and there's no love there. But I am fortunate enough to see the love, genuine love, unconditional love between my mother and my father. And as corny as they are, I can confidently say that they definitely are still in love with each other to this day. Yes. So I do have that example. But but when I look at them, when I look at my mom and I look at my father, I do see strength. Yeah. I do see compromise. I do see unity, a connection, like you were saying. So yeah.
Okay. Well, for me, I think that Black love is all of those things, and I also think that one thing that we forgot to say is powerful.
Yeah.
Just the union between the Black woman and the Black man is just something that once it happens, it's strong and it's powerful, and that connection is there, and everything else is there. It's unstoppable. Okay. And you procreate generations of just unstoppableness, if that's the word, So speaking of that, I want to get on the first topic of this wedge that the media and society puts between the black man and the Black woman. We see a lot of commercials, we see a lot of movies where you see they'll have a family and it'll be a white mom, a Black husband, and a mixed a biracial, you know, child. And I'm not saying like there's nothing wrong with that. It really irritates me that the media puts this wedge to make it seem as if black men do not love black women, and I just don't. I disagree with that. I don't believe it.
Or if they do, they just make it seem like it's just hard. Like it's just a contentious relationship all the time.
Like it's always
like
toxic.
Or like you have to go through all these things in order for it to be good. You know, it's like not necessarily like love shouldn't be hard.
No.
You know, it should be something that's not seamless, like you're gonna have your ups and your downs, but it shouldn't be a fight to love somebody. If you genuinely love them. So
And most of the time, it's like when you are getting into a relationship with somebody, you have to make sure that you have that connection with them anyway. Because if you don't have the connection, then that will make it toxic. Whether you are white, whether you're black, whether you're Latino, Hispanic, whatever you are. Like if you don't have a genuine connection with someone, it's not gonna work.
Think of like the media and like what I instantly see. I think of that Cheerio commercial. Remember that Cheerio commercial?
Yep.
So it's like I think it was like a black man and a
white
wife and fair-skinned daughter. I don't know.
They called them ethnically ambiguous.
Oh, wow. She was black, but you know what I mean?
That's the word. Like I worked at a talent agency, and they would specifically look for people who were ethnically ambiguous.
That is so weird.
We wouldn't fit into that category.
Right.
But we're technically, we're black, so we technically are ethnically ambiguous. However, they want like ethnic.
That is the like speaking to that like that term is so weird.
Yeah.
It's like
it's rude.
I mean, it is.
It is ambiguous. Like what are like?
Like it is rude and it is weird and it also makes you feel like okay, so if that's what you're looking for, so what's wrong with me?
Make you feel
you know
like
what I mean? And so it's just like you can't. And this goes into colorism. This is a whole different topic. But you can't just assume that someone is someone fair skin is, I guess, ethnically ambiguous opposed to someone who is darker skin, because that person who I guess that person who's fair skin, to you and me, we know she's black. You know, we know she looks black. But to someone who's darker skin, we may assume she's African American, but she may be Afro-Latino. She may be from Honduras. She may be Cuban. So you really can't just say, oh, she's ethnically ambiguous because of her fair skin or because of his fair skin, and because she's darker skin, she's she is what she is. You know, because you just never know. We're a melting pot. We are a mixed race, and that's something about black people that I just love. You know, you just don't know what you don't know until you know. You know what I'm saying? So
that irritates me. Just that wedge that they put between the black women and the black men.
But think about it,
like it doesn't need to be there.
Think about it when you go back into like back into your black history. They want to separate black men from black women. When you think about the Willie Lynch letter, they want to separate black. It was an agenda to separate black men from black women.
Light skin versus dark
light skin versus dark skin, and and other things. You know, so this is not anything new.
No, it's not.
You know, this is something that we know.
But it's the thing not everybody knows. And then I'll be sitting with like a group of black women and they'll be telling me how black men don't love black women.
True.
That's not true. Like if you think about it historically, what you were saying, in 1967, that's when interracial marriage became legal in the United States.
which is not that long ago.
Which is within our parents' lifetime.
No,
so it's not that long ago at all. You know, and then it's like out of all the married couples in America, there's 11 million of those people are interracially married. So that means 1 in 10 people, 1 in 10 married couples in America are interracial. So that tells you a lot right there. That tells you that black men, they do marry in their race. And that doesn't even include Hispanics who are black, who identify as Hispanic. Yeah. You know, so this is all coming from the census, and Dominique, you could speak on how messed up that is.
It's just not accurate. It's not accurate. And I can even talk about an example. Like, I went to, I was at my house actually, and there was this lady, I guess she was from the census, and she came and she wanted to get information in regards to the city that I live in. And it was in regards to the city that I live in, and in regards to, I guess, what are those, don't laugh at me, y'all. What are those, weed dispensaries? Like the weed, I was like, I told y'all don't laugh, but the weed dispensaries being in an urban neighborhood. Now, my neighborhood is very
pretty
diverse.
black.
Like, it's pretty black, but at the same time, it's really diverse too. So, you know, and I live next to a park, and everything's pretty safe. I can walk my dog at night, and I can walk my dog in the afternoon. I live in a safe environment. So she comes over, and I'm taking a survey, and she's asking me these questions like, oh, do you feel safe in your neighborhood? Are there liquor stores in your neighborhood? Do you think that the majority of your neighborhood suffers from, you know, diabetes, or like, you know, just these questions that
high blood pressure.
Yeah. And I'm just like,
How can I speak for my neighborhood?
Yeah, I don't know.
Exactly. And I was just like, I can't speak for my neighbor. I can't speak for your neighbor. I can only speak for myself. I'm pretty healthy. I do go to the gym daily, and you know, no, there's not a lot of liquor stores in my neighborhood. You know, it's just like, how can, like, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
It just doesn't
They
make
do it to manipulate.
It is very manipulative.
And it's a general, and the questions that they were asking were just like, why are you asking me this?
And they're asking one person for an entire neighborhood.
Yes. And then they asked me to compare my neighborhood to Beverly Hills, and I'm like, I don't live in Beverly Hills, so I can't speak on Beverly Hills. I only have an idea, but I don't live in Beverly Hills, so I don't know if it's dangerous over there at night, or if I don't know if I feel comfortable walking at night in Beverly Hills, opposed to me feeling comfortable at night walking in my neighborhood. I don't know if people in Beverly Hills are suffering from diabetes or not, or if they work out daily, because I don't live there. Yeah. So that question that you're asking me, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. So if you're asking me that question to come up with some type of number for the census, then you might as well just throw the whole survey away, because it just doesn't make sense to me.
I'm pretty sure they don't poll those people in Beverly Hills. Like, they don't go to their door and bother them, because it's like so like private and everyone's kind of doing their own thing. But just because you don't report on those things doesn't mean that they're not happening.
Yeah, exactly.
They just put the camera in our neighborhoods and that focal point on there, so they can create this narrative of our environments being unsafe and the people that come from those environments you should be afraid of. Whereas in Beverly Hills, people could be committing murders every day in their own homes, within each other. Like, most murders actually happen too within your own neighborhood and environment, not necessarily people just kind of from the outside. So it's definitely manipulated.
Well, I was gonna say, because we talked about how the media portrays this wedge between black love, and I was just thinking of like basketball. Like, when you think of Kobe, he's not married to a black woman. No. You know what I'm saying? But when I think of like black love or a black couple that's like, hey, I think of LeBron James and his wife, and I think that is, I think they're so beautiful.
They are.
You know, but you know, the media does put, like, I have to agree, the media does put a wedge on the black man and the black woman, or the black woman and the black man. And also, is it an issue for a black man to date outside of his race, or a black woman to date? I don't find it. In order for a black family to thrive, you need both black parents in the relationship. In order for black love to progress, you need both partners to be in there. You know, you need that woman, you need that man, and now we have man and woman and woman. You need both parties.
That thing that I was watching, that I was telling you guys about the relationship goals, it said that, like, when God created us, like, he said, I'm going to create somebody who will make you better. You know, so like, as human beings, like, we're not meant to be alone. We're meant to be with someone.
The controversy between Michael B. Jordan being in Italy opposed to Serena Williams marrying, you know, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I think because,
or Meghan Markle.
She don't even identify as black.
No, but I'm saying,
really?
No, she got a black mama.
I know, but she identifies as mixed race. She does not identify as a black girl.
She is mixed race.
She is. That is accurate.
And it's your choice to, as your mixed race, decide. Because some people don't want to choose. It's like, if I'm 50-50 of something, of course you want to show equal respect for both. So I feel like I can see that can be hard. So where she want to acknowledge her white side, but it's like, what is white culture?
You know, I don't know.
We don't know, and it doesn't have a set definition.
We need a mixed race person here.
We do to speak up for that, because it's confusing. Yeah, you know, I would love to hear how she feels.
And I would feel like, you know, I would feel like if I was mixed race, or I mean, we're all mixed, technically. But if I was mixed race, where I had a white mother and a black father, or vice versa, or a Hispanic mother and a Hispanic or a black father, I would want to identify with both. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I wouldn't want to cast my mother off because I don't look like her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or cast my father off because my skin is darker than his. Like, because I am a product of both my mother and my father.
Absolutely.
So I feel like her identifying as mixed race is accurate. She is black and she is white. And she's not more black than she is white. She's 50-50.
Yeah.
Now, if her family accepts her as black, does her white family accept her as white? That's a different thing. And does her black family accept her as black? That's a different thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And also,
saying?
what does society see?
And what society see. I would see her as a black girl. Just like just like the tennis champion.
Naomi Osaka.
Naomi Osaka. I was talking to a friend about that because, she is black and she is Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
Japan sees her as, they see her as the first Japanese, winner, but they're discrediting her blackness. And it's just like, now they know she's not just Japanese. Now look at the girl. She doesn't just look Japanese. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like they, on paper or in media or when she's doing her interviews, of course, they are just showcasing that Japanese side of her, but they are discrediting the black side of her. And so I like the fact that in her article or in an interview that she had, she did say, I am Haitian. Like, my father is Haitian. So, yes, I'm Japanese, but I'm also Haitian.
Yeah.
And so it often made me wonder, like, do Japanese people really see her as a Japanese person? Or do they see her as a white girl? Or as a black girl? Or a mixed race person?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's wrong that she says that she's mixed race, but sometimes I just feel like, don't discredit, who you are.
Yeah.
You feel me? So.
But even her, her marrying a white man, what did she get shamed? Would she have gotten more shamed marrying a white man than a black athlete marrying
No,
a white
because
woman?
we look at
You know
black
what I'm
women as always being the lesser choice. So it's like when we decide to take our own, our own power into our hands and say, hey, I'm going to choose my own love interest, and whether that be a man of a different race, like if I'm going to do that, then other black women are going to support me in doing that because we don't feel loved.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like we don't feel like what's it called? I'm trying to think of like this.
The top of the dating totem pole.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
we're not like that choice that everyone's like reaching for. Like we're at the bottom. So it's like when other races do give us that attention, of course black women are gonna go for that.
But that's so crazy to me that we feel as if that we're on the bottom of this dating totem pole when everybody wants to be us.
Right.
That's
They're
so weird.
they wear their hair like us.
That's
They're
so
freaking
weird.
going and getting butt shots and lip injections and
It's the image.
all of that.
It's the Kim and Kanye image. Like when you see that
That's
dark
what
skin,
everybody wants.
that's what everyone wants.
Even Kim, I think she's is she tanning now? Like what's she doing these days?
She maybe. I mean, who isn't?
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Yeah.
Lip injections, butt injections, tanning, like cheekbone, like everything to just bring out black features that were once like we were told
we were teased about
ugly.
having full lips and having round noses and
Back
Did y'all think that happened to y'all?
Now we had
When y'all were younger, did y'all get? I mean, I grew up around fairly mostly all black people. So did y'all get made fun of or anything like that for just your features or being black or anything like that?
I grew up around black people. I mean, there were a few different races, but and this goes into colorism. I grew up around fair-skinned people too. You know what I'm saying? And I've been in a situation where I've been the dark black girl. Or are you pretty for a black girl? So
I hate that.
Yeah, or you
don't
pretty
ever
for
tell me no shit like that.
and so if we're talking about that, then yes, that has I've been that, oh, she's cute for a black girl.
Somebody literally told you?
Yes. Like, what you mean? Like, what you mean? So I'm not pretty if I was, I'm not pretty.
See, I would say I'm not
I'm pretty.
You're pretty.
Thank you. But having full lips, having the girl with the big nose, like my nose is big, y'all, and I'm not about to sit here and contour and try to make it small. Like I'm not. But you know, just I feel like for me, it was more so accepting it. Like my
you
nose,
have to accept who you are.
like accepting my nose being big, my lips being round and thick and full.
Yes.
My hair being kinky, like you know, like because there were friends of mine who didn't look like me, who looked ethnically ambiguous. You know what I'm saying? And I was the girl that was like, oh yeah, she black.
For me growing up, I don't feel like I got that from other races or from white people. If anything, I got
internal.
It was internal within the community where I felt like, and mainly because I had a best friend who was mixed race. And so when you're dark skinned, you have a mixed race best friend, you really see how young boys are kind of like what they go, how they gravitated more towards her, and so it made me feel insecure. But as I got older, you know, you find that confidence. But when I step into a room with white people or white women, I get the most compliments ever. They're like, oh my God, you're so beautiful.
Look at your skin.
Look at your skin. Oh my God, do you model? Do you this? Do you that? And not saying I don't get the same compliments from black people, but definitely more from white people because they like that exotic look.
I don't think I've ever, and me, I'm so like kind of dingy at times, so I probably didn't pay no attention, but I didn't have anybody that really like teased me or like, or made fun of me for like the way that I looked or anything like that.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And we also grew up in different, y'all from LA. Y'all from Hollywood, LA. You know, I'm from the Bay Area where, you know, like people, we really don't really notice stuff like that. Like you could come to school every day with the same pair of shoes on and you're not about to get teased. You know?
In LA,
but in LA, like if you're wearing the same shoes every day in like elementary school, they like, oh yeah.
No, when you're born here, it's like a lifestyle to keep up with your appearance. Like you know from a young age, like if you ain't got the fresh J's, if you ain't got 2 weeks, if you ain't got the fresh jacket,
see, that's bad,
all that stuff, like. But it makes you who you are, and ultimately you grow out of it. And it was when I went to college that I really grew out of it. Like my best friend pointed out to me because like it would be holidays, and I would be at school, and I would like get dressed.
Your best friend's from the Bay.
She's from she's from like Modesto.
She's from Northern
California.
Okay.
And so it would be like a holiday, and we'd be at school, and I just get dressed up, and she's like, "Why are you dressed up?" And I'm like, "It's a holiday." like why are you not dressed up? Like
right? Because we be like when Dominique came over, I had on like just like a t-shirt. I was like, let me put on something cute.
You know, like people have to get dressed up for any old occasion. Like I'm used to doing that as a child.
Remember when you came over and we went to the beach? You had called me.
Oh yes, and you was looking crazy.
I was looking cute. Thank you. When she called me.
Oh no, you did look cute. I thought you had on something.
Oh no, not that event. But Danny called me and was like, and I know we're going on tangents, y'all, but Danny called me and she was just like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to a bonfire. Like, you know, it's my homegirl's birthday. Da, da, da. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm excited because you know I ain't been out forever. So I was like, okay, let me throw on something cute. So I just threw on this cute outfit, and I had on like,
you had on sandals.
I had on sandal heels though, you know, and I was just like, okay, we're going to the beach. It's gonna be cute, you know. And it was cold at night. And Danny opened the door, and Danny was like, What are you wearing?
Like, I was like, girl, go check your clothes. Like, get a jacket. It's cold. Because I'm in the Bay. Like, everywhere you go, you gotta bring a jacket.
But when you don't in LA.
See, I know.
You get used to it.
Yeah, because I'm like, we going to the beach. Because you go to the beach in the Bay, you gonna freeze your ass off if you don't have a jacket.
And she was like, change your clothes. And I was like,
put some socks on.
I was cute, y'all. But
you were real cute.
I definitely.
But if we were like going out to dinner, we were going to the bonfire.
When you hear that, like you just hear like you're gonna put on your best and like look out cute.
So I guess like I didn't really notice it. If people did make fun of me, I probably did notice it. But so
well, that's a blessing. Girl. But I like the growth of it. Like when you're a child, I think most children
the glow up be real.
Like you feel yourself. Like no one can tell me anything. Like I love myself wholeheartedly. I love the skin that I am. Like I will tan today, lay out, get darker as I want. Like and have no qualms about it. So I love it.
Give that 2 snaps in this room.
Okay, so we all 3 of us, all black. I love black men.
I do too.
I love black men.
You deal with a black man. You deal with black men. I deal with black men.
I've never. I have went on dates with a man who wasn't black.
With others?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
What killed it for me was like. So like I kissed him, right? You know.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
No. Like it was like you know.
The freestyle was over.
Right. Yeah. So like I kissed him, like, and I think it was just like a like type of kiss. It wasn't like no, let me tongue you down type of kiss. And so I think he made a comment about my lips, and I was just like,
Like what, them being like full or the kiss being
like my lips being full. And then he said something like, oh, this was my first time like dating a black girl. And I was just like, clearly.
So it's almost like, did he initiate the kiss?
Yeah. And I was kind of
wow.
You know, so I was like, you always kissing somebody.
Don't say that. don't, you know what? She a lie.
Maybe she thinks we're white. Maybe she got a little white. Y'all know white people love kissing in the club.
They just be making out. What are y'all doing right now? What are y'all doing?
But no, that was like that random time, and he said like, oh yeah, this is my first time dating a black girl, and I was just like, okay. And so I was like, okay, he's cool, we like the same things or whatever, but at the same time, I just felt like I was like his black trophy girl. Like, you know, and it's like every time I'm out, it's just like, you know, I'm the black girl, and hey, this is my black girl, and I'm like, this is weird.
I think sometimes when it comes to like dating people out your race too, is like you want people to be able to understand you. I was watching the interview with the people from Dear White People, the Breakfast Club interview, and they were saying how basically like they don't want to have to reiterate like things for people. Like it's just certain stuff that you should know. You feel me? And that's how I feel too. Like I want my significant other to understand me as not only a woman but as a black woman in living in this space and in this world. You know, so and dude was just trying to.
It was just difficult.
Oh, look at my black woman.
Yeah, it was weird. And it was weird. And we started talking about like, cause you know we just started like we weren't talking for too long. Like I think I went on like maybe we weren't talking for that long. But we started talking about like, you know, relationships and like parents and our parents and, you know, what's acceptable and what's not. He was Indian, by the way. So he was telling me about how he grew up and, you know, how he grew up and he came out here and like if his father is seeing his lifestyle now, his father will be like, you know, upset, disappointed. And so, and, you know, just little things. And I was just like, yeah, we have nothing really in common, and although opposites attract, it's just like I don't feel like connecting with you on this level. Like I just don't care to. Like I just don't care to.
Do you feel as if like he wouldn't have understood you?
Heck no, no. You know, and then you wonder the question: why do black women feel like they're less than, or why do they feel like they're on the bottom of the totem pole if there is such a thing? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like that kind of segues us into like what Issa Rae was saying, how black women should just date Asian men because they're both at the bottom of the dating totem pole. Like when you're a successful black woman, like you should date. You should just don't even try. Don't even try to go after someone who looks like you. Just go after the Asian guy.
Yeah.
But I know why she said that, because I probably was reading the same exact articles that she was reading, and it says statistically that black men tend to date out of their race more than black women. Now that is just a general statistic, which is perfectly fine. That does not mean they're marrying these women. That just means that they're going out and dating women of other races. Black women choose to stay within their race. That's all that means. I don't think it's any deeper than that.
Do you think, sorry, and I hate to be devil's advocate, but do you think it's black women choosing to stay within their race, or black women only staying within their race because other races aren't going after black women?
I think that it's black women choosing to stay within their race.
I agree.
Because I think, like we just stated earlier, like we're popping. Like we are in high demand. Like whether Issa Rae feels as if she, as a successful black woman, she's at the bottom of the totem pole, I'm pretty sure Issa Rae could go walk down this damn street and she'll probably get 3 or 4 numbers easily.
She's so pretty, and
she's bomb.
Her teeth are so bomb. Your teeth are so bomb, bruh. Like I like teeth. You got some nice ones.
She does. And her skin is popping.
She's just bomb. Like, it don't make no sense.
And she just have a great personality. Like her spirit is very just like warm and fun.
But yeah.
Reminds you of like a fun auntie.
Auntie.
But like a young auntie.
Or like somebody's sister.
Sister too, yeah.
Yeah, like an older sister. Because she's not that much older than us.
No, not at all. In like her early 30s.
Nah, she old. Yeah. And if she was, we couldn't tell.
No, she could be 50.
But I would agree. It's black women staying within their race, because my mom actually started choosing, because my mom started dating a white man. And when she did, I remember my aunt and like it just, my family in general just kind of being like, you're dating a white man? Like, everybody kind of thought it was like funny and was just like, my mom kind of like kept him away to a certain extent. Like, she really didn't bring him around. The family must, and then people judge the situation like, well, if you're dating a white man, he should be doing this for you. He should be doing this for you. And it's like, but then if she was dating a black man, where were all these expectations?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
So do you think that sometimes we don't give black men expectations?
Ooh,
that we would give?
I think, and that's again goes to like serial dating and like being okay with being in these situationships and not pushing them to step up and like get into a relationship or like settle down. Like the guy that I was dating, like he said to me he's never been in a relationship, but this man is like 28 years old.
Yeah.
How have you not, as a black man, been in a relationship and you're 28 years old? You haven't met not one wonderful black woman that has like enamored you enough to where you're like, okay, I want to be with this person. Like, that's weird. You know what I mean? And it's like we're waiting for them as black women, but it's like, should we do that? Should we go with who's giving us the most attention at the time, even though we just discussed how we don't want to have to explain like all these things that go into being a black woman. Like, I don't have to tell you when I get in bed I'm gonna wrap my hair.
No.
Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, you'd have to get used to this scarf or like this weave one day or braids the next.
Or my natural curls.
Or my crazy family. Shit, and your family crazy too, just because you're white. But I'm just saying, just like dealing with everything that goes on in our day-to-day lives. Like,
I don't think I feel like us as black women, we do not have to settle. We do not have to go after what's going after us. We don't have to do that. We go, like with anyone, like that's just life, period. If you want something in life, you go after exactly what you want and you will get that, you know? So it's like, I feel like with everything in life, like it is a choice. You can choose who you want to date. Like if you, like, I do believe that most black women, according to those stats, to me and how I interpret it, I believe that more black women choose to stay within their race, choose to stay with the black man.
Interesting.
And maybe black men are just statistically more adventurous.
Could be.
They could be.
I just think we're just growing up in a world where people are just like, whatever they see, that's what they're becoming. And I think that like people are so enamored with the culture of like just mixed race and kind of just being like that exotic couple, and then like it's just popular right now. You know what I mean? So it's like, and when I'm out at events and like, and I'm just kind of people watching, I'm like watching the scene, like black women, we're kind of enjoying ourselves, beautiful, but like I notice how the guys will go for girls who are ethically ambiguous,
but
that, you know what I mean, that term, or like looks like a Kardashian type or have those type of features, but they won't approach a black woman in that same way.
And you know what's
So
crazy
weird
to me, because you guys watched that interview that I sent you of that guy talking about relationships, and he's saying like, if you see two women and you're attracted to them, like don't go after them. Like there's only one person that you can actually have that connection with.
Absolutely.
Like it's all about connection. It doesn't matter what the person looks like. If you want to go after that type and end up missing like the person that's going to understand you, the person that's going to love you, the person that's going to make you better, that's going to pour into you, and so that you guys are equally yoked, then that's on you.
I think
like you can't just discriminate and shut down a whole group of people because you have your own issue.
Or maybe we're not putting ourselves in front of them. Like, you know what I mean? Because I know I don't approach men as much as maybe I should. If I want to, from the ones that I want. You know what I mean? Because you get attention as a woman, but not necessarily all the time from the men that you want.
Exactly.
And so sometimes, like, from the men that I want, do I need to put myself in their face more? You know what I mean? Like, not like be thirsty, because I think that's everyone's like worst fear, is like being just like the guy's not into it and you're just like aggressive.
So
like
don't be that girl.
Right. Just finding that happy medium where it's like, you know, start a conversation here, there, fill him out, get the vibe, and if he's interested, go for it, and if not, you know what I mean, like keep it pushing.
I feel like to go off of that ethnically ambiguous like conversation, or putting yourself out there, or seeing the person that you think, I guess, is the person that you want to be with, or the person that you think is the person that you should be with because based on what they look like. I think social media has a lot to play with that, and just because we're in this day and age where the way you look dictates what the attention you're going to get. I feel like if you don't look like this, like, you know, I'm not really trying to look for you, even if we have like a connection. You know what I'm saying?
Like, and that's unfortunate though. That's unfortunate that the media and social media is controlling us in a way in which we are going after what's popular and what's on demand. Like our parents didn't have that.
They didn't have social media to go and look at this one Instagram model and do all of that.
And now if one guy sees an Instagram model and that's what he likes, now every person he comes across in real life, I guess, has to look like that Instagram model. And it's just like, people don't look like that in real life.
No,
like,
they really
people don't.
No, I've seen it firsthand. Like, I work in fashion PR, and I've met, there was this one blogger in particular that really threw me off because she had like 500,000 followers. Beautiful
Which
pictures.
isn't a lot of followers.
Which isn't a lot, but you know, social media, it's like, okay at the time. And she was an Asian blogger, and her pictures were gorgeous. And she came in, and her skin was by far, like, she had on makeup, and it was still one of the worst, like, her skin was really bad. Like, she wasn't the person from these pictures.
Exactly.
And even her clothes didn't look as nice. Like, everything just didn't look as glossy and as clean as it did on this picture. And so from then on, I just started to learn, like, people put out there what they want you to see.
them to see.
And it's all positive. It's all that. It's always a fun time. No one's gonna show you when they're struggling
or when they gotta
go.
They freaking car getting repoed.
They're
not gonna put that shit on Instagram.
No, they're not putting it on Instagram. So you know you can't really go with that. But even just a visual example, like that's why I love the Black Bonnie video. I remember when I saw it, I told you about it because I was like, wow, like I haven't seen a video like this in a while. Where it's like
the girl with from
Ashley Blaine.
Yes,
from,
Ashley, from Dear White People.
Exactly.
Gorgeous.
So beautiful.
Pretty. Like she's so.
No, she's like stunning, and like Evan loved her character on the show too.
Yeah, she's
like really funny. But the video with her and Wale, it just shows the evolution of the black man and black woman relationship from like African days on through like the 60s,
yes,
the black power,
beautiful.
and then like you know to the 2000s and all of that. And so it was just a really beautiful and sweet video. And I like how Wale is one of those artists in particular that always bigs up black women. You know, and tells the love story in a way where it's like empowering and it's not like about sex or demeaning or like any type of using of each other. It's like building each other. Let's use each other in our energies.
And that's what it's all about. It's all about building one another and like just creating a space to build others together.
Yes.
So yeah, it's love language. So we all have our love languages, and it's a book called The 5 Love Languages. And I read it a while ago, but it's basically you have like if you like words of affection, if you like more physical touch, if you like gifts. What's another one? It's 2 more.
Let me go in my email because it might be in there.
It's the book is in my room.
Yeah.
You ain't going to your room, but basically it talks about like. The different
what is your love language?
What do you get stimulated by?
For me, I love words of affirmation.
I was gonna say
Tell me I'm looking good. Tell me how bomb I look. All of that, you know. And it can be a combination of stuff. Like obviously, I like affection too. Like I'm a very affectionate person. So those are that. And then you can take the love language test online. You can just Google it if you guys are interested in.
I'm gonna take it.
I'm taking the love language test online. Danny actually hooked me onto the love languages. I don't even know why. I mean, I know, whatever. Anywho, I've taken the test with a friend of mine, and we both taken the test, and it taught us about our friend. Okay, I'll stop you, Lucy. Hello, Lucy. So me and my friend, we took the love language test, and it's just basically broke down our different love language, I guess signs or love language symbols, what we like and what we don't like, or what he needs and what I need. And I feel like when it comes down to black relationships or black love or black situationships, whatever the case may be, anything, you have to understand your partner. We talked about having a connection with your partner, but sometimes, you may have a connection with your partner, but you may not understand your partner. And I know a lot of people are like, I don't want to do this, or I don't want to do that. I don't want to take the love languages, like that's corny or that's whack or whatever, or I don't want to talk to nobody about my problems. Sometimes it's okay to do these things that are out of the box, or quote unquote, black people don't do that, you know what I'm saying?
But it's like that's how you learn. That's first of all, that's how you grow as a person. You become a better person, and then you become a better person for someone else, for that person you want to ultimately be with. And then it also just it helps you to understand stuff about yourself. So when you meet that person, you can 100% be yourself and be like, look, this is what I'm gonna put up with, this is what I'm not gonna put up with, and then
and I was just gonna say, like, just having conversations with my friends and just people you have to be in tune with yourself first. You have to have a connection with yourself. You have to understand yourself. And if you're broken and you can't really, you know,
battling
things internally, there's no way that you can grow or this black love can progress. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be whole, you know, have a holistic approach about things and be sure of yourself when going out or when trying to, I guess, find this black love, you know, or attack this black love.
And looking at patterns in your past dating history of things that you do to prevent yourself from moving forward. Because that's something that I had to learn. Looking at myself, like I would have to look back at people that I've dated and I'm like, why did these things go wrong and what was my part in it?
Self-reflection.
And so when I thought about it, I'm like, okay, I see issues that I had where it's like maybe I got too possessive here when I probably should have figured, okay, we are dating. You know, but I'm the type of person when I like someone, I want to spend time with you and I need those words of affirmation. And so when I don't get that attention, I act out in different ways and I may become attacking to that person and they may find that as a negative and that may push them away. So you have
and that's not you as a black woman. That's just
me as a person
as being Amber.
Absolutely.
And I feel like that's where people get lost too. Like, oh, black women always got attitudes. It's like, no, like that's
everybody has an attitude. That's just the general thing. I feel like anytime they always say, oh, black women this, black women that, and it's just like general topics are black women loud. Everybody can be loud. Everybody can get an attitude. Everybody can be passionate. Yes. We just put a little magic on it. We just put a little magic on it and a little razzle dazzle and, you know, make it a little better. But I hate when they try to generalize it. Like, and it's just like, black women this, black women that. It's just like, nah, bruh. You don't box me in. Don't
put me in a box, bruh.
Because we are all beautiful. We are all black, but we are all equally different.
Different. Like our DNA makeups are all different.
Yeah, I feel like black love starts with you. It starts within. Once you love yourself, you're able to love others, you know? And I feel
that's
like
what that guy was saying in that relationship goals video. He was saying like marriage is way more deeper than what y'all see on Instagram. It's way deeper than that. It's like really being in tune with thyself. Then being able to pour that same love that you have for yourself into someone else. He even used the scripture, love yourself, love thy neighbor as yourself. Because when you get into a relationship with somebody, you're gonna have to, the same way that you love Amber and you like to have Amber time, you're gonna have to give that to someone else. That's deep.
That is deep.
Because like when we talk about black love, we automatically think about like, you know, a couple. We don't ever think about eternal or in ourselves, you know? So in order for us to even progress, we have to get in tune with ourselves, do a lot of self-reflection. You know, look in the mirror, tell yourself you a bad, you know, boss or whatever, you know, and do you and love yourself wholeheartedly. Be able to accept yourself and correct the changes about yourself. And I'm sure the positive energy that you put out, you'll only receive positive energy coming in.
And that video that I sent you guys when the guy was talking about relationships, he even said, once you are where you want to be, like if you're like whether you're looking to get into fitness shape, if you're looking to like go after your career goals, whatever you're looking to go after, once you have fully accepted who you are, everything else starts to come to you naturally. Like you can conquer whatever you want as long as you conquer self first. So that's I like that.
I just had it. I just had a little something up in here. You know, God is love.
Yes, he is.
And that's about it. That's all I gotta say. Hallelujah.
Won't he do?
Won't he will. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you're following Amber. Make sure you're following Dominique. Make sure that you love yourself first. And again, like, are you riding? Say you never ever think beside me. Okay. But anyway, we'll see y'all in the next video.
Bye.